here, and I'm back with another video. So if this is your first time on the channel, I just would like to say welcome and thank you so much for watching. And if you like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button and be sure to click that bell, that way you never miss an upload from me. And if you're an OG that's been here for a minute, thank you so much for coming back. So this is part 6 of the Magnolia Shopping District build series, and I am still on the lot formerly known as the Roadstead, and what I'm working on is a bridal shop. So I love the idea of weddings. Being an event planner is an ultimate goal of mine, so anything that I can do in The Sims having to do with celebrations or weddings or love or just anything like that gets me so excited, and here we are. So I'm working on the, I guess if you're looking at the lot from when you first arrive, it is the far left corner closest to where your sim arrives, and this is where our wedding shop or bridal store is going to be. Initially I was going to use the space over to the right nearest the entrance and exit of our parking deck. However, the space wasn't really working out for me, so I decided to shift it over to the shop next door, and I'm so happy that I did. I really love what I'm doing right now, so I wanted to go with like this dark blue mixed with white or kind of light grayish color scheme. I don't know, for some reason I was really drawn to the color blue. I saw a picture online and I got super duper inspired by it, and it kind of had like a darker color. I'm not quite sure if it was blue, but blue was just something that stood out to me, and I really love, like I said, I love how this comes out. The blue texture on the wall comes with the Discovery University pack. It's under like the stone category, the rock and stone if I'm not mistaken. And then the bricks on the top are just from base game. So yeah, we pretty much have the general shape of our shop, and I added a bunch of windows so as your sims are walking by they can see the different mannequins and also see the activity in the store, to attract their eyes to come in and see what they have on display. And I was just looking through some signs. So with this particular shop, it's going to be double stories, double level. So on the first level or the ground level is going to be pretty much the sales area, so all the mannequins will be down there, the registers, other items that are available for purchase or on display. And then the top level is going to be a private fitting room, a dress storage room, and also a break room for the employees. So yeah, how are you guys doing today? I hope everyone is doing well. I am feeling great and just excited to share another part with you guys. I am determined to make this work, and I'm going to do everything that I can to make the new Magnolia Promenade everything that you need and more. Trust me, I got you. But we've moved on to the inside, and I'm just pulling out some items from the catalog that I feel like I'm going to need, like that clothing rack from the Get Famous pack. I also use the shoe closet or the shoe rack from Get Famous as well, and I was playing around with a couple of wallpapers trying to keep in with the blue theme. So I was thinking about naming this shop Something Blue. If you're familiar with like wedding traditions, there's like something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue, and that's supposed to like bring good luck. So I thought that was just a super cute name, and it kind of goes with the sign that I end up choosing, and it really fit. If it's not Something Blue, it will probably be like Southern Bridal or something, because it looks like the sign, like the first word begins with an S and the second word begins with a B. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that the Sims team said that Magnolia Promenade was based on either Texas or Louisiana, definitely somewhere in the South. So if it's not something blue, it's going to be called Southern Bridal. Let me know down in the comments, what do you prefer the name of this particular shop to be? I am really loving something blue, but don't let me influence your input. Anyway, upstairs, this is going to be like our little fitting area. It's really small. All of our fitting rooms, we have 3 in total. They're like diamond shaped, and I thought that was so cool and so cute because, as you know, diamonds can be a symbolism of marriage, like with the marriage ring and things like that. So I really like the fact that that was incorporated pretty unintentionally, and I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to set everything up. I have a cute little blue robe in there, so when you're in there for your bridal appointment waiting for your dresses to come in, you can sit in the blue robe and just really get into the spirit of getting married. So yeah, I'm just arranging some of these items, and I'm just playing with some of these pieces from the clutter menu, or is it the hanging wall menu? Either way, I'm trying to make it look as if dresses are kind of hanging on the wall. I do eventually change that up in a bit, but that's kind of where I was going with that kind of like hanging cloth thing. And I'm just trying to really ground this space, so I'm experimenting with some columns. And if you're wondering where those mirrors that are backlit are from, they are from the Spa Day pack. I really love them. And these windows upstairs are from the Get to Work pack, and the ones on the bottom level are of course from Base Game. So yeah, it's at this point where I'm just adding a little bit of detail. I'm adding in these columns around, I guess, just to make the place a bit more decorative, make it feel a bit more fancy smancy, if you will. And I'm trying to decide what roof color I want to go with. I had a struggle, and it took me a while to kind of get a color scheme down pat. I knew that I wanted to use a dark blue, but initially I was trying to combine dark blue and black on the exterior and then add in more whites on the inside, because this is still a bridal shop and white tends to be a dominant color when it comes to weddings and things like that. But I ended up lightening up the outer area. So yeah, that came together pretty well. Now I'm just trying to work on our retail area and just getting things into place. So like I said, those are the shoe shelves from I'm sorry you guys, it's like 3 a.m. But yeah, those are the shoe shelves from the Get Famous pack that I'm using, and I feel like it really goes with the theme that I was trying to go for, kind of like delicate and decadent and like kind of southern, because I'm from the South, so this is what I like to see. But yeah, I'm just in this little hallway here. This has nothing to do with our wedding shop. What I plan to do is have like these stairwells, so you will be able to access the different levels of the parking deck. So the orange stairs are for that. But yeah, now I'm creating our 2 other fitting rooms, and I just used a taller half wall, and I put a door on there. Like I said, it still has the diamond shape, and I was kind of feeling really short on space, so I did dig into the other store, the store that we were initially going to put this in, but I wanted the extra space. I needed the extra space to have the shoes on display and actually have a space for your Sims to sit down and try on the shoes. Like, have you ever, like, could you imagine going to a store trying on shoes and they didn't have a place for you to sit? Like, that would just be ridiculous. So I needed the extra space to put those ottomans over there, and also make it seem like there was just a big stock of shoes available. What I'm doing to make it all fit, the shoe shelves that are on the short ends of the wall, I pushed them in using the move objects on sheet, but when you push it into the wall, it hides the mirror that's behind it, so I have to replace it with one of the base game mirrors. But honestly, you can't even tell. And I'm just still working on our register areas, and I put a blue wall behind it. I just feel like that wall was really, really nice. I wanted a plain blue wall because there are a lot of different textures working together on the inside, and I like that piece. It's from one of the outdoor packs, that kind of geometric rectangle behind the registers. I don't know, I just feel like it adds a little something. It makes it feel a little bit kind of like gardeny, yeah. But yeah, it's at this point where I'm just going back into the catalog and pulling out some more items, specifically from the Get to Work pack, because I really wanted to have ample space to put things on display. And I'm about to add just a little bit of detail. So this little flat brick piece, wall brick, came from the Jungle Adventure pack, and I'm just lining some of the walls with this, just to add just a little bit more of dimension and texture. And honestly, I like it. I don't do this too often, but when I do, I usually love how it comes out. And here I am switching the swatches to those to white on all of those windows, and I'm just experimenting with the roof detailing. I don't know why I put the Island Living kind of like roof trim on. It looked terrible, but maybe if I was building like a Hollister, that would work, but not for a bridal shop. Anyways, we are back inside, and I decided that I wanted a blue floor, so I was going to go with that marbled blue floor from the Get Famous pack, but I eventually changed it to this tile from City Living. And I like it because it has movement, it has texture, but it's not too much like the marble. Like, I just wasn't really feeling that blue. And now I'm using these display shelves from Get to Work, and what I'm going to put there are just like a bunch of like hand creams and perfumes and flowers and things like that, just to make the space feel really full, and also to give your guest or your customer something to look at and entice them to buy. We're back in our private area for like your dress fitting appointments. And what exactly am I doing? Oh, I'm adding in this bar cart. I would imagine that if you okay, so I watched this show called Say Yes to the Dress, and at their wedding shop, it's called Kleinfeld's in Manhattan, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they serve their guests like champagne, and they really treat them well. So that's kind of the look and feel that I wanted to do upstairs. Downstairs now, I'm just adding in some more lights. In the fitting rooms, it's a little bit dark, so I'm just trying to figure out how I want to illuminate the space without it being too overbearing. I was going to put some of the hanging pendant lights from I think that's from the Fitness Stuff pack, the one that looks like an upside down diamond, again with the diamond theme. It's all coming together, guys. You feel me, right? I was going to put those in the fitting rooms, but that would just be ridiculous, so I just put in a wall light, and I'm just cycling through some signage now, and I'm adding in a little bit of concrete just to make it look like more of a sidewalk and not just random patches of grass. Here I am just taking a couple of shrubberies from the Island Living pack, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm just putting it into that little half wall area on top of the foundation, and it looks like a planter. My idea with all of these white robes is for it to look like a bunch of dresses in the sales area. Maybe these dresses are on clearance, maybe these are dresses that are quote unquote off the rack. So most of the people, the customers that come in here, they will have access to these. I wish that we were able to take pieces of clothing and like physically hang them on a rack. That would have been nice, but you know, the robes was the closest thing that I had to wedding gowns, so I hope that is coming across. Anyway, I'm adding in some photos. This is one of the paintings from Base Game, and I just felt like it was really classy, and I like that it had a flower in there, and it really encouraged me to add more flowers in this build than I intended to, but I think it comes out pretty well. And yeah, I'm just moving around signs and just getting everything situated. I just placed that little coffee table from the tiny living pack over by the chairs, and now I'm working on some outdoor signage. So yeah, like I said, this sign, the cursive or the script looking font came with the dine out pack, and it looks like it says SB something, so I am definitely loving something blue. Just wanted to put that out there one more time. Anyway, I'm just going back in with some more of these flat bricks, and we are back upstairs. So I just added in a half wall instead of a rail, and I was going to put some curtains over the windows up here, but then I decided no, that's just too much, so I will just put a curtain in the window inside of the fitting room, because obviously your sim is going to be changing in there. We want them to feel protected and have a sense of privacy. And I added in that love seat and living chair upstairs. Both of them are from Base Game. I just feel like they're very just delicate and decadent, and I just really love how soft those features are. And I'm adding in another sign upstairs just to reinforce that branding, although not too many people will be up here. I mean, there are customers up here and the employees, so we definitely want to carry that branding. Now I'm just making my own little custom rug. I used that shag looking rug from the Vintage Glamour stuff pack, and the kind of ornate weird, well, I don't want to say weird, but it's a different type of rug from the Get Famous pack. And now I'm just adding in an accent table. That one is from the fitness pack, and I sized it down, and now I'm just manually placing a couple items on there. And I put that same coffee table from downstairs upstairs, adding a couple of magazines, so while your Sims wait, they'll have something to read and occupy their time. And I'm just going through picking out some clutter pieces. I do most of the clutter off camera, so don't you worry. But in this area over here, I'm putting these boxes from the Get to Work pack, and in my head these are like boxes of shoes, or maybe these are like some sort of like a wedding set. Maybe it's like a garter or like stockings or something in there. I don't know, but I just wanted to make it look like there was a bunch of products in here. Surprisingly, we don't have a lot of like individual products that has to do with celebrations. Well, I can't really say surprisingly. So I tried to kind of like hide that in boxes and you know, it could be anything in there. And it's at this point where I'm just trying to establish the fitting rooms, just making sure logistically everything is going to work out, and your Sims can actually go in there and turn around and not feel too claustrophobic. So I feel pretty accomplished about that. And now we're in the break room area. So in the break room, there's not much. There's not even a place for your Sims to sit down, so I'm so sorry about that. But there is a place for them to store their food, use the bathroom, wash their hands, and just escape the hustle and bustle of the store for a little bit. But anyway, you guys, I have rambled on enough. If you made it this far in the video, I just would like to say thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe and be sure to click that bell. That way you never miss an upload from me. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. It helps me and the channel out more than you know. If you're interested in seeing more pictures from my builds or anything about my personal life, feel free to follow me on my social medias, which are all linked down in the description box below. And as you know by this point, the Magnolia Shopping District is not available as of yet, but feel free to check out anything else that I've created on the gallery. My origin ID is Simply-Nisey. Again, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.